from my home in Norway, and I'm feeling exceptionally abundant today. I have my coffee here and enjoying the morning, and I'm so lucky that I can adjust my own time most of the time in my work, in my life. There are challenges to it because you have to be disciplined, but I can do these beautiful mornings, for instance. Yes, we're in this 10-day challenge for shifting the mindset. Today is day 8. We've been through some simple techniques about how to finish your day, how to start your day, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with others. We've worked with fear and worry yesterday. Worked with the victim mentality, victim mechanism. Hello, Jill. And we've worked with, what else have we worked with? I feel we've been through a lot, and we have, and it's all sort of down to the same thing: deciding to shift. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's a very, very, very big and hard job to do. Take small steps. Practice a little bit at a time. Be kind to yourself. Come closer to yourself. Embrace yourself. And try to just shift your focus. When you notice that you're bringing yourself down, find something that can lift you up a bit. Something that you like. A person that you love. A place that you'd like to be. A dream that you have. So these are all little simple techniques to shift from a mindset that might be holding you back to one that can open you up to your full potential, so that you can rise to create anything that you want, because you are that powerful. You can create anything you want in your life. People have done it before you. Why not you? Now, this is obviously a mindset that a lot of people have. Well, it's not for me. I'm not like them. Well, why aren't you? You are. You have the same abilities. Maybe not the same, what should I say, talents. Maybe you're not a mathematician, or maybe you're not an artist. But you have the same power and ability to create your life, and to create something beautiful in your life. And especially to create a great relationship with yourself. And to create a beautiful life, an abundant life, whatever that means to you. Now, the topic for today was money and abundant, and I brought money in there because it's a topic that's very interesting to me. It's a topic, money is something that we've added so much junk to, such a lot of difficult, conflicting, destructive emotions and thoughts around, both individually, learned from probably our parents or our peers, and from society. And I grew up hearing from my father that people with money were bad people, basically. And if you were rich, you were greedy. And then there's this fear of not having enough, which comes from another part of my family, which I've also felt a lot myself. And we talked about fear yesterday, how you can shake it off. There are other techniques, of course, for that as well. One of them could be, if you have this relationship with money that you feel that there's never enough, and you'll never have enough, and you're afraid of not being able to pay the bills, whatever. This fear train, Mike Dooley calls it a fear train. Let it run, but then you can simultaneously, and that's what I'm sort of trying to give you some hints about here, create a different train with different thoughts that can run parallel. Sometimes you jump over to the fear train and you're stuck, and you realize, oh my God, I'm doing all the fear stuff. But I have this other train I can jump on. I can just remember that one thought or that one technique, and then I'll be on the other train, and I'll start to be more constructive and open up to the potential and to the possibilities, and open up to the flow. And that means money as well. Money is an exchange energy, in essence. That's how I see it. And We feel guilty if we have too much. We feel guilty if we don't have enough. Guilt is a very, very low, guilt and shame are very low frequencies emotions. They're measured emotions. And guilt and shame is quite low, and it brings you down a lot. Now, it doesn't mean that sort of imagining that you have millions and then spending everything, and then you sort of get stuck in a spiral of debt and fear, different kind of fear, because some people will be after you. It doesn't mean you need to go there. It means shifting your focus a little bit, step by step, building up a different perspective so that you make different choices, meet different people, and the universe opens up to you, to your new energy, your new movement forward. And this, the quantum physics talks a lot about this. What you send out is what you get back. But you don't even have to go there. You just try it on. Try the little tips, the little steps. Try those little shifts. And I have two scenarios that I'd like to ask you about, or discuss, or share with you. One is, if you get a bill that you didn't really expect, or that it's bigger than you expected, do you sort of get frightened and, oh no, I don't have enough, I won't be able to pay this? I can do that sometimes. Or the other way, do you look at the bill and say, I'm going to manage this. This is a great thing to have in my life. I love having electricity. I love having whatever it is. I love for my son to be able to go to that school. It's a gift. You're actually managing to pay for this gift, and then you decide that you're going to manage this bill. It's a little shift. And at first, yes, we can get frightened, but then if you're aware of this, acknowledge it. Yes, I'm frightened now. This, as I said yesterday, I am frightened. This is a frightening situation for me. That's okay. And then you can shift it to, but I'm not going to let that hold me back. I'm not going to let that cloud my day or my life. I'm shifting. I'm going to make sure that I can pay this bill one way or another. And there are many techniques. You can have a garage sale, sell stuff you don't need anymore, or you can just, you'll start looking for solutions once you decide that you want to manage this. And you want to be abundant, and you want to have this in your life, and you want to be able to be warm inside your house in the winter, even though the electricity bills have skyrocketed, which they have here in Norway, and I think most part of the world, especially Europe. My coffee. So that was one scenario. The other one is when you go to the store or the shop and you buy something, do you ever think about how fortunate and abundant you are to be able to buy those things? Whether it's a small pack of chewing gum, or whether it's a cart full of groceries for the week, or whatever. Gratitude. You can manage that. That's fantastic. Bring the focus to what you actually have and get, rather than what you cannot afford, what you can't have in this moment. And gratitude is a door opener. It opens our heart to receiving. It tells us, and it tells everybody around us and the universe or whatever, that we are ready to receive, and we appreciate receiving, rather than being afraid of not having enough, which closes us up and pulls us back from life. So if you open up to gratitude, notice the things that you actually have and that you manage to have in your life, both by paying for it with money, or around you, such as nature, sitting in nature, experiences, friends, then you start opening up to a different kind of a flow, an energy that is, I promise you, it's much more fun and joyful than cringing and being afraid and reminding yourself that you don't have enough. And of course, we do think that we have to look at reality and remind ourselves that that's what it's like. I am broke. But it's not your reality necessarily. It doesn't have to be your reality. And if you're going to shift it, you need to shift the way you think about what you are. You aren't broke. You, at this moment, you have this much money. You can pay for that. Maybe not that yet, but that. And then you will be decide that at some point you will be able to pay for that as well, if that's what you want. And as I've said before, it's a lot about making a decision. Everything is about deciding in yourself with determination and a clear intent that you want to shift or want to go there. You won't get to the end of this path if you don't decide to go that way. Well, you can wander, I suppose, but you won't get through the marathon if you don't decide to run, and you have to start here. I used that yesterday as well. So that example. So it's about acknowledging all the things that you have. It can be small. It doesn't matter. It can be big. It's fantastic. Because as soon as you acknowledge that, you start, as I said, making choices to increase and to receive more and to open up to whatever gifts come your way. And you will get into the flow and you will start having a lot more fun. And maybe not being able to buy the most expensive car right now doesn't matter because you're having fun anyway. And that's a different kind of abundance. But it goes in with the flow of everything. And money is only part of it. And it doesn't have to be filled with all this fear and anxiety and shame and guilt and judgment. It just is. Money is, abundance is, and you can let it in. You can open up to it. Now there's one more technique, an exercise that sort of a lot of people talk about, and I've done it myself now, and it's actually quite valuable. And it is to set off a certain amount of money to yourself every time you receive some money. Whether you can afford to set off 10%, people sort of advise 10%, or just, I don't know, £1 in England, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Set an account for yourself. I call it the love fund, inspired by somebody who taught me this. I put the money there, I never touch it. And you can invest it, but don't use it. You can have a savings account for expenses, that's another thing, but this is for you. This is valuing what you can have, receive for yourself, rather than only spending money on everything you have to or must. It's about, okay, setting aside for yourself, making sure you have a backing. Not for a rainy day, because that's the other account. This is just yours. And it's a mental thing, and it's a mindset thing, about allowing yourself that extra for you. Not giving everything away to everybody else, or for a fear of something happening. It's money that you allow for yourself. It's a very, very interesting, simple experience. It doesn't have to be a lot. I heard this woman, she said, but we can't do that here because we only use cards basically in Norway. We don't pay with cash very much. But she said never to spend coins. So every time she got coins, she put it away somewhere. That was her. That was how she started saving for this in this way. And when she got this whole jar of coins, she went to the bank and said, wow, I have all this money for myself. So it does something about feeling abundant, feeling that you have more than you need, which is abundance. So that was today. That was what I had to say in this moment that I could share with you. I'm going to do a little bit of a meditation again, if you want to join. And we're going to expand into abundance from our hearts. So, and I've landed on the 3 breath little meditation here in this series. So we'll do that. So what you do is with your eyes closed or open, if you can't close them at the moment, just take one deep breath. And as you breathe in, imagine that you're sort of gathering yourself into your center of your body, into your core. Into you. And as you breathe out, imagine how this anchors further down into your hips and all the way down to the earth, grounding you. And as you breathe in, bring in more of yourself into your whole center. Every energy that you've scattered around anywhere, bring it into your center. And as you breathe out, anchor it down in your hips and all the way down into the earth. And one last breath. Any energy still left out there in time, space, dimension, whatever, bring it in and imagine that you're coming closer to yourself and you're gathering it up in through your heart, through your hip, all the way down through to the ground. And this time, okay, we had a little relapse here. I was suddenly off. Just keep breathing, keep the focus. We're still together. Here we are. Keep your center. Focus your hands to your, bring your hands to your heart. Focus to your heart. And if you can't bring your hands there, just bring your focus there. And feel how you're centering yourself into this beautiful energy, this beautiful ball of light in your heart, this center of love that you are. And imagine how abundant, feel how immense this beautiful center is, this the power, the energy in your heart. Imagine how it can expand and fill your whole body with love, with beauty, with energy. That's it, all the way and beyond your body, all the way out. Feel that bubble of energy around you, an arm's length around your body. Fill it with this beautiful love, this beautiful energy holding you, supporting you, expanding you. And set the intention in this energy and in your heart to open up to all the gifts that come your way, no matter what they are, no matter how small or large. Open up your heart, your chest, your whole energy field, the whole bubble, and program it to receive everything that you can have, everything that you want to have. And that was it for today. And I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day. Acknowledge everything that comes your way. Acknowledge everything you're able to achieve and receive and pay for. And tomorrow, we're going to talk about gratitude even more. And then after that, day 10, it's going to be a beautiful, I have something in store. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. See you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.